Hey everyone, I'm 13k MMR support player and Nyx has been my most picked hero to gain MMR. The students I coached also gain lots of MMR playing Nyx. In this video, I'll share the main points on how to play Nyx. To gain MMR, your hero choice matters the most. It's easier to win games with some heroes compared to others. Whether you're a Herald, Crusader or Immortal, Nyx Assassin is the best hero to gain MMR. Nyx can farm easily, so if your team is not playing active, you don't care about it because you can also farm. Nyx can move around the map really fast because of Scuttle Facet. Nyx has solo kill potential, which makes it really hard for the enemy team to play the map, and it's really hard to catch Nyx if you're aware of the sentry placement from the enemy, which I'll teach you how to avoid. The only hard part about Nyx is the laning stage, but no worries, I'm here to make it easy for you. There are going to be 3 laning scenarios that you need to identify and play accordingly. Scenario 1. Wave cutting. It is done when the enemy's lane matchup is so strong that if you play the lane normally, you will struggle to farm creeps and you can end up feeling as well. Mainly, it will be a hard matchup for your offlaner. Scenario 2. Starting with your stun and staying in the lane. It is done when the enemy has an aggressive lane, but your lane is strong as well. You need to protect your offlaner to get some early levels. Scenario 3. Starting with Mindflare. It's done when your offlaner can control the lane alone for a while and enemy heroes don't have the potential to run down your offlaner on level 1. Nyx Visage versus Morph Trend. Your main focus in every matchup needs to be your offlaner and enemy team's lane duo. Think about all 3 scenarios and choose what you feel like fits the best in this matchup. Visage is not a tanky hero, so we cannot start with Mindflare. This lane is playable, so cutting waves is not needed. Visage does a lot of damage with second spell, which makes this lane really hard for Trent if he tries to fight in the lane. In such a matchup, you just need to be careful about one thing. Your stun needs to be available every time enemy team goes aggressive. If you waste your stun randomly, it will give enemy team free openings to punish you. Help your offlaner in early levels. When your offlaner is in safe area, go and farm jungle creeps with Mindflare and get back to lane as soon as possible. You can't leave your offlaner alone for too long if it's not a tanky hero, otherwise you will end up ruining the lane. If you're not cutting waves, then the best starting items on Nyx are 1 Tango, 1 Blood Grenade, 1 Sentry to block small camp, 2 Circlets and 2 branches for stats. Nyx is a universal hero and it benefits a lot from stat items. If you're going to trade in the lane, then after bounty runs, you should call for 1 more set of Tango for regen. This totally depends upon your playstyle, whether you're fighting or just playing behind your core. Convert the circlets into 2 nulls. It allows Nyx to be somewhat tanky, gives Nyx decent mana pool and mana regen. Because of Scuttle Facet, Nyx doesn't really need boots, so you can skip boots and get Dagon after 2 nulls. Don't compromise on clarities for mana regen throughout the game. Nyx can farm jungle easily and recover all the gold spent on clarities. Nyx Mars vs SD DK. In this matchup, the kill potential is really low. SD and DK cannot force Mars out of the lane, so in such matchups, you can start with Mindflare and get your levels faster by farming neutrals. You can use Mindflare on range creep if your offlaner doesn't have an ability to farm range creep. In this case, it's Mars who can farm range creep with his spell, so there is no need to Mindflare the creep. Keep an eye on the lane as well when you're farming jungle. Don't leave your offlaner for a long time, please get back to the lane if your offlaner needs your help. Don't put him in 2 versus 1 at the start of the game. Other than this, everything else is the same as every other position for a hero. Block small camp, pull hard camp, play for Doros, and every time the wave is in safe area or your offlaner can farm alone in the lane, you can go and farm jungle to get your level 6 as soon as possible. Nyx Timber versus Drow Ranger Clockwork. This is hard lane for Timber in early levels because Drow can zone Timber out of the lane by spamming frost arrows and Clockwork will not let Timber run away with power cogs. Just to give you an idea, if this was some melee carry instead of Drow Ranger, then this lane would be playable. Against such hard lanes, you can farm range creep with Mindflare and stay around your offlaner for a while to help him secure some creeps. Around 45 seconds, you need to start moving to cut the wave. If nobody disturbs you while wave cutting, then you can walk this path, eat this tree with Tango, and join the wave behind your tier 1. But if enemy support slows you down even for a second, then you can join the wave in front of your tier 1. Remember, when you're wave cutting, make sure to block the small camp. Now this is a safe area for Timber to get experience of the creeps. Use this time to farm jungle creep and get back to the lane quickly. If the wave is still in safe area and the enemy team gets out of position, you can punish them, otherwise you can focus on wave cutting for first 3 to 4 minutes. If you want to know more about wave cutting in depth, I have made this video that you can check out and learn about it. Nyx can also be played on position 5 and it is pretty good. Start with stun. As position 5 you don't need to Mindflare the range creep because the first wave is closer to safe laners towers anyways. Nyx 5 is played as any other melee hero. You can use your high physical damage to deny creeps, half pull small camp to keep the wave closer to your tower. Half pulling is important. If you pull entire wave to small camp, it will bring enemies wave into your tower and your carry will struggle to farm creeps. And your tower will push the lane closer to enemy's tower, it will ruin the lane. Nyx 5 doesn't even care about blocking hard camp because you can just farm it with Mind Flare without leaving your carry alone. Help your carry in the lane till the carry can go jungle or he can lane alone. After the laning stage, whether you're position 5 or 4, it doesn't matter. You can start farming jungle or farm a free lane and get your level 6 as soon as possible. That's your main goal. If you're starting with circlets build, then you will go for 2 nulls and Dagon. If you're starting with brown boots, then going for arcane boots and Dagon is better. Post laning stage is pretty simple. Whenever you have Vendetta available, look at the map and see where you can help your team in getting a pick off. After getting pick off, without wasting any time, go back to jungle and start farming. There are going to be times when you will not be able to see a pick off on the map. In that case, just keep farming and wait for the right time. Don't rush your moves. Before going on any hero, look at the map once and get the idea if your team can even connect or not. For example, in this case, Brood is farming bottom, Gyro is farming jungle, and Pango is farming top lane. Everything is good. Every core is farming and there is a free wave at mid that support can farm as well. In this case, forcing a move just because Vendetta is available is very bad. Don't force moves in an area where your teammates cannot connect. The most common complaint that every support player does is that my teammates play really passive. Well, if you're playing Nyx, you can also farm jungle easily, wait for the enemy team to come into your area and throw the game. After laning stage, there are 3 things that you need to keep in mind. Look for a kill whenever you have Vendetta available, and just in case you're not able to find a kill, don't worry about it and start farming until your next Vendetta. It's preferred to farm a free lane, but if all lanes are pushed by your cores, then you can farm jungle. Don't force moves on the enemy side of the map where your teammates cannot connect. Lastly, keep checking the items of both the enemy supports. Keep a count of sentries they have and if possible, remember their map movement so you can have an idea of where the sentries are. Don't walk near cliff areas when you're invisible because most of the time, the sentries are gonna be placed on cliffs in lower brackets. Nyx itemization and talents depends upon the enemy's draft. If you're playing against squishy heroes that you can solo kill, then you can max your Dagon and keep getting kills on the map with every Vendetta and max your second spell. But if you're playing against tanky heroes that you cannot solo kill, then you can do some variation in your item build. You can make Yule to survive or control enemy heroes longer in team fights. You can make Ghost Scepter after Dagon 1 if enemy has a lot of physical damage. You can also make Dagger for positioning. These are all the items that I like to make on Nyx. Nyx provides a lot of control in team fights. The longer you live in fight, the more control you can provide, so itemize according to whatever you're lacking based on the game situation. If you're going for solo killing build, then these talents are good. If it's not a solo killing game, then you can go for these talents. For neutral item, your first priority is to get any item that increases your magic damage. If unfortunately you didn't get magic damage item, then you can go for any item that increases your mana pool. Groove Bow is basically the best tier 2 item even among tier 3 items that you can have on Nyx. You can only change Groove Bow if you're getting Timeless Relic on tier 4, otherwise you can keep Groove Bow until tier 5 items. If you guys have some Dota related questions, you can join my Discord linked in description and hit me up there. I'll be happy to help. Before I wrap up, I want to share a quick note about Dota Academy, a private community I'm a part of with two amazing coaches, Pain Dota and Sanity. We host 16 live classes a month covering every role with all sessions recorded for members to watch anytime. Plus, the student with the highest MMR gain each month wins a free coaching session from any coach of their choice. If you are serious about improving, check the link in the description to join.